Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am the Purple Bull Moose, and we're getting back into the swing of things with some more multiplayer content. I got a showdown on a rejuvenation map between me and Fluffy Bunny, a dev over at Mohawk. So, like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more action. And of course, check out Fluffy's page, link in the bio. Okay, rejuvenation. Daughter has died. That's the one that hated me, right? Okay, cool. No longer influenced. No thanks. Okay, so because I am not proud, I give her more XP? Sure, great. Let's try to keep everything nice. Please, Zoro, spread. Okay, they've come into us. That's ideal. Nice crit. We want to be careful. I don't want to lose any more units. Probably upgrade you before we bring you in the fight. Okay. Free Axeman. Don't mind if I do. 4 border tiles. Let's see if it grabs anything useful. Or a pretty good schemer. That's a pretty good schemer. Yeah. Interesting. An Axeman is an Axeman. And these are some pretty good tiles, actually. But we'll get these tiles when we settle this city, so I take that back. That's not necessary. So the tiles, useless. The Axeman, pretty good. But science. How much science is she worth? She's worth 3 science, and that's with her being pissed at us. So what's more important? 3 science a turn? Well, I guess 4 science a turn. Actually, half of that science is me. So she is only worth 1 science. Yeah, that's less important, because we are 63 years old. So as soon as we die, this particular gain goes away, but this Axeman will stay around forever. You know, of course, if we don't lose it, but just trying to pad those resources, keep Fluffy weaker, keep him on his toes, heal the worker, put the worker to work. More quarries won't hurt. Definitely not going to build the Oracle. Just not useful. We will grab the extra order, though. Nice to see the map looking a lot more green. Where's our scout? Alright, interesting. And are you there? Alright, temperate, more trees, love it. Lush, love it. Ooh, silver, interesting. The Gauls leader is dead, who cares? My husband is ill, that's too bad. He's one of the few oligarchs that like me. Oh, never mind, doesn't like me. You can die. Alright, make sure that our kills are ending up on the units we want them to end up on. You're the only one that can kill this guy in one order, so screw what I said before. Can we really not get a kill here? Oh, I do not want to force march anybody. That's so frustrating. You know what? Let's take this back. We're going to be safe. You stay here. You come up onto this hill and hit. You heal. Okay. We got 1 settler here, 2 settlers here. So we need somebody going up north, and we need 2 down here. So who's working on our 3rd settler for us? Zoro's spreading nicely. Could be faster, but I won't complain. He says as he's complaining. Yeah, I guess you will focus on the next settler after that, and that'll be all the settlers that we need. Very cool. Oh, that's where the silver is. Good to know. Good to know. Alright, where are my lazy workers? Okay. I guess keep working on mines for us where we can. They're getting more and more expensive because of the wood. So, you know what? We have the extra orders. Might as well come out here. Chop our own wood. Alright. So he didn't expand south like we did. So while we have these 3 cities, he has a ocean of Vandals that he's at war with. Oh no, he's made peace with the Vandals. Good for him. That's going to severely stop his raiding. So let's go see how he's managed to expand to the north and into the center. Swing back around, start working our scout that way. Yeah, so while we've made peace here in our north, he's made peace in his south. Very interesting. Yeah, we need to get eyes on the center of the map. No reason to not just scout out the last of this corner. Just to be sure there's nothing here. And we'll grab a heal. Because why not? End our year. Salt! Wheat! Alright, the land is becoming quite hospitable for us. Ooh, dead. Diplomat. Ooh, diplomat. Interesting. So that means he could potentially do a tribal alliance, which makes our invasion from the south a lot less enticing, because we know he's got a nice little peacefulness going with him and the Vandals. One solo fire here. Interesting. Yeah. I mean, as long as he doesn't make a alliance with the Scythians, we'll be okay. Alliance with the Scythians would suck. Alright, well, we'll keep clearing out here, and we might just have to fight some Vandals as well. But as long as we stick to the north of this choke point, I think we'll be okay. But we will come back to that. First, we must continue to execute these lovely... Ooh, interesting choices. Combat 2 or Focus 2. I'll take Combat 2. Or Eagle Eye. Ooh, they're all good. I'll take Combat 2. So, smack. Get the XP on this guy, because if we can get up to Combat 3, that makes them very strong. Just keep poking around here. Looks clear to me. Alright, so there are no more tribal sites to clear up in the north, which is great news. Groves is on the way to Swordsman, but it's a quite significant delay to get us to Macemen, which I think is what we'd rather be going for. So I think taking a 4-turn detour. Well, where is Spoked Wheel? Yeah, we don't need to get to Coinage or to Martial Code. That's not worth it. So this is out of the question. Although it would give us access to our free battering ram. Instead, I think I'd just rather take the free elephant here. And let's just go ahead and deselect everything that's going to take us to cohorts. We really just want to rush Battle Line, and that just needs phalanx and Battle Line. So we'll grab the free war elephant. I don't know what the hell we're going to do with it, but it is going to be funny to have. Alright, I think it's finally time where I want to go ahead and grab Monotheism. It's an extra 5 orders a turn. And now that's 6 orders a turn. And 7 orders a turn. Kind of hard to pass that up. And I think it's about time that we start rotating our troops down. We want to start getting them ready for the Great Migration out towards the No Man's Land. So let's go ahead and at least bring a couple of these units in. Feels like a waste to upgrade you, but we'll bring you in for cannon fodder at the very least. Bring you over to heal. Still need to wipe out these troops. We got blasted back the last time we went out, so hopefully this time works a little bit more in our favor. I will take another Axeman. Actually, I'll take a Slinger. We could use a little bit more range inside of this military force. And speaking of range, I'm going to focus on upgrading our good cavalry. I consider the good cavalry the ranged units. And the championcy, another Axeman, and another Axeman. How are we looking? Still only stronger than him. But that's okay. Our production is going to be much stronger than his. And presumably he doesn't have access to as much as we do. I mean, we were able to get mill drill, which alone is going to be a big tech in our advantage. He would have had access to labor force, which doesn't put him towards any military out this way. I suppose he could have gone for horse archers, but that's going to be expensive considering the limitation on food in the early game, although now he has the opportunity to compensate for it. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see if Fluffy can keep up. Ender, you're there. All right, more Reju. And he has fully accepted Judaism. Welcome, brother. May we have a holy feud for forever. Expansion, take 2. The 29 orders a turn feel real good. Let's take a peek. Are there any wonders I'm interested in? Again, Ishtar Gate. Not bad. Necropolis, less so. Ziggurat's getting cuter. Is there a good ziggurat spot? Not yet, but there might be one around here. So not right now. But I'll keep my eye on these. These are getting more interesting. Jebel Barca actually would be really, really powerful. That would be a temple in each place, and temples give us priests, and priests give us training. Yeah. Training per citizen. We don't have a lot of citizens, but extra training does not hurt. Not to mention it's a whole bunch of orders. Okay, so maybe Jebel Barca. But for that to work, we need to lean more into stone. More into stone. Alright, so who are my lazy workers? Alright, see an order, build an order. See stone, build stone. You. Wouldn't hurt to drop down another monastery. It's 20 gold and 2 science. Seems worth it. Alternatively, we could upgrade the religion. Requires drama for extra science. 7 science is pretty powerful. We just need rhetoric. Rhetoric lives where? Lives here? Yeah, it does get us over to divine rule, which is also more orders. So this isn't a bad detour. Science and orders. Something to consider. But in the meantime, science and gold will do just fine. We could focus more on iron, so I think we'll focus more on iron. But let's go ahead and get our own wood. I'm okay with double chopping. It feels like forests are popping up all over the place these days. Last worker. Go ahead and get me that iron. Food is only going to be necessary as long as we need it to manage our supply chain. Meaning we have to feed the troops that we got. And now for the steady migration of troops down to the south. Well, actually, let's take that back. We got 4 years. We got 4 orders. I want to come back around, do some more spying on Fluffy, get an idea of what's happening out in the middle of this map, see if he's expanded out here, because if not, once we've taken out these Gauls to the south, we should expand out here. He's up on me on points now. Temple of Solomon put him ahead. But only by 2? Only by 2. And that Ishtar Gate would go a long way to getting us caught up. Definitely interesting. Ender, you're there. More rejuvenation. He's made a truce with the Numidians. Okay, so maybe he might be going for peace in the south. Duchess can be tutored, but we have no one to tutor. There is yet time. Our resources are pretty stocked. Is there... We could sell 2 food. How's our settler situation looking? We have 1 already on the docket. 2, 3 prepped. We have 1 spot. 2, 3. So we don't need any more settlers. So I can buy the extra food just to make sure that we're not dealing with any random discontent. Air education. Kid number 2. We don't have access to the exploration law, so... Where is the exploration law? Here, in rhetoric. I don't hate the idea of going for rhetoric sometime soon, but unfortunately that is not now. I'll take another general. Throw him at a tactics school. Keep the Scythians happy. That sounds nice. In the north, keeping the Scythians on our side, deep into peace, is going to be super advantageous. It means we have a very good chance of being able to ignore all of this northern portion for the rest of the game and focus on pushing out towards the middle. Looks like it'll be a solidly southward expansion in that case. So let's go ahead and maintain the relationship there. We got plenty of orders. It's wild that we're doing this expansion without any champion units. We have one here. Let's keep bringing them south. It'd be a lot easier if these units came out to us. There's no cover here. I don't want to lose any more units. If he steps here, he can still launch attacks into like these hills, no cover. This is actually a really bad attacking vector. Let's back up. Let's wait for the champion to get here. No reason to take extra risk. We need to get the settlers down, but we might as well utilize the tools available to us. Who are my lazy workers? More food sounds good. We need more iron. Get me more iron. Focus on iron. We do not have enough for the amount of military we want to pump out. For the rest of our time, we are going to be bringing our units back. You can just... You have to come back. You have to come out. You have to come back. This is our worst unit. They can hold this spot for 9 years. But really just 5. We do need to expand, but we are simply slowed down. It is what it is. I'm going to take back these shuffles just because I really want to get this scouting. Alright. Oh, so he has expanded out to the Scythian spot. Okay, that's actually good for us. That gives us a chance to come and invade him from here. So this is our new direction. Roads coming out this way would be advantageous. Very cool. Love that. End the year there. Alright, more arid. Princess and prince have given me a granddaughter. Love that. My husband is ill. Do I care? Nope, he's actually pretty bad. Oh no, the severely ill is what's giving him the negative 18 training. Okay. Omens of your end. I'm 68. I'm okay with ending. I will keep our granddaughter, who's now in the family. No reason to abandon her to the elements. Go ahead and make me stressed. Bold, tough, or bloodthirsty. Okay, what do we got? Ooh, bold is huge. Phenomenal on a tactics student. Gotta love that. I still think I'm going to indulge in revelry. I don't care if I'm old. I still want to make sure that my life is nice. Alright, the settlers are out. Which means we have to make a little bit more of a push down here in the south. I could force march, but I'd rather save my training. Man, having all of these tribal units that we're trying to upgrade really behind the wall of the training necessary to upgrade them is kind of a buzzkill on other aspects of the game. We will deal, though. Might as well get in here on the fight. Can grab a kill there next turn. Push a little bit further in. Maybe finish off with the axemen there. This war is going to go by pretty quick. I think we can bring the settlers safely down. And this one will head up to the north. Conserve as many orders as we can. One lazy worker. Salt is available. Let's grab it. And back to scouting. Ooh, took a lot of damage here. Is he being raided? He must be. He's made a truce with the Scythians, so maybe the recovery is fairly recent. Looks like he's pushing up to the north, so yeah, maybe the Scythians have really been giving it to him. There is some serious merit to us bringing our forces down here through this gap. He doesn't have a lot in here. Might make use of picking up his city, although he hasn't developed it much at all. It's not really a prize. We really ought to get rhetoric. I mostly just want access to dualism. I mean, it's 7 science. Yeah, 7 science is pretty huge. Not to mention each temple gives a happiness. We have no temples down now, but temples would definitely be nice. Definitely would be nice. 3 idle cities. Do I want to commit to anything additional? Not really. I'd rather just go towards more science where we can grab it. An apprentice monk in the cleric city seems appropriate. Same thing here. Just grab whatever little science we can. We are still angling for endgame cohorts. Battle line is fine, but all depends on how Fluffy manages to buffet us off. He's 3 points ahead, but we are in a great position to be able to start stealing those points from him. And towards that end, I think a single onager might be nice. Having at least some range could be good. This is very flat land, but I haven't seen signs of any cavalry. These warriors aren't that impressive, but they are at least well-trained. Surprisingly well-trained, actually. And are you there? More goats. More elephants. More events. Alright, so he founded Christianity. I wonder if that'll give us Manny once he has done his second Christian city. Angry, and we can be tutored by courtiers. Okay. Epiphany. I am no longer stressed, but I abdicate the throne to the princess. Interesting. It would certainly mean for a lot more training, but a lot less science. A lot less science. She's producing 16 of our science, a third of our science. Yikes. I'd rather just try to squeeze every year we can out of her. Maybe I just need stronger wine. But at this point, if we lose a third of our science, that means this is going to go up to what, 6 turns? Like, let's just take a look at that. 5 turns only. So it's not that punishing. Because even if we do all of that, she's still the governor, so she's still giving us that 5 science. And it's not slowing us that down towards battle line. Slows us down by a couple of turns. Meanwhile, if we do it, it's going to increase our training to 130 a turn, which is going to be great to upgrading all of these units. Which might be more important at this point in the sprint. Because as we can see from our scout, these guys are weak. They're a lesser unit. They have some interesting training. Besieger, Warden, Highlander. I mean, but if we just fight them in flat land, mano-y-mano, we destroy them. Whoa, how does this elite club thrower have fierce? That's interesting. The question, yeah, we got another bold student coming out. We got another duchess coming out. All that's fine. Kill 5 Numidians. We haven't even started that. That's so funny. And control 5 developing cities. I don't really care about these all that much, quite frankly. Because right now we're in a position where we can kind of just steamroll him with his idiots. And especially if we upgrade ours. So let's see. With 35, we get Phalanx this turn. Let's take off all of our other desires here so we're not getting confused. And we're just going for battle line. It's only one more tech. 600. This takes 200. So that would take 6 turns times 3, 18 turns. It's a long time. Turn 80 just to be getting to Macemen. But that's not to say that it's the only way we'll be able to get science. We can recoup some additional science by getting into dualism, but dualism also involves a detour into rhetoric. Yeah, I guess I just hold on to the science for right now. I think it's too strong while we have it, just to keep boosting and shaving off as many turns as we can to Macemen. Okay. So we have this settler. We have this settler. We have this settler going here. So that's all of our expansion, we hope. I hope there's no other Gaul sites down here, but there might be. But speaking of Gaul sites, let's go ahead and clear them out where we can. See if we can distract a little so that way they don't combine their forces. Yeah, they're doing 10 damage here, 16 damage here. We need as much as we can get our hands on. I guess if we can get a quick little pop shot off here, that's cute. Events, Epiphany. No, we're sticking around. We need stronger wine. Becomes endeared to the queen? Or better opinion with the champions? Yeah, we could use some help with the champions. You. Zealot or tactician in here. Hero, commander, or schemer. So I guess this is the only one that has an additional 2 options for marshal. So we'll send you to Philo school and hope to get yet another general. Move you up. Move you down to heal. We're going to move this unit to hold this spot because we want to make sure it doesn't come up, and we don't want to be utilizing our good units. And we want to start rotating all of our forces down here to come out for a skirmish, or maybe just like a full-on invasion. Let's take a peek down here. Still more Numidians. So he's only expanded to this one spot. He hasn't taken these out because he has a peace deal with them. He might have taken these out up to the north, so it's interesting. We're kind of like expanding in opposite counterclockwise ways. Kind of cool. Could use more elder officers. It's a little bit more science. It's a little bit more training. Frankly, wouldn't hate a round of those in all of our champion cities too. At least in the capital. Lock that in. And we definitely need more iron. Really need to start focusing on our workers. 1, 2, 3. So most of these are just settlers, so really just you. I'm not going to buy training, but turning all of these hills into iron production is going to be super important towards our strategy. Otherwise, we're not going to have enough training or iron to upgrade all of these axemen that we have into macemen to truly push our advantage. And are you there? More rejuvenation. My king is dead. Oh, man. He was giving me actually a little bit of something. Cautious to pleased. That's good news. Oh, excellent. Okay, so we definitely made the right decision about not switching over to her, because now that's really alleviated a particular situation here. Wow, these guys are really upset. Good thing we have a whole bunch of units in every single one of their cities, so we can handle a rebellion if it comes out. Okay, that's a lot of units. And, of course, they appropriately targeted, which is sad. Let's go ahead and try to clear out this camp as quickly as possible. Okay. Full court press here. Nice. Critical is really going to help us out. See if we can keep a little bit of interest here on this slinger. We're not going to kill this turn, but I'd rather give them another option to hit as opposed to coming and joining these forces up here in the north. So we'll be able to wipe this out next turn. Settle, heal, push out. Keep using these forests as little distraction points. Looks good. Make sure we're holding the site before we forget. Where are our lazy workers? Don't worry about the settlers for the time being. Let's come up here and really focus on our iron production. Now for the settlers. We can move you down, but you're already in range to be able to get here next turn. Not going to waste any orders on that. Instead, I'm going to keep up the migration of our good units. No reason to bring these other tribal guys down. Again, we just want to start this migration. We don't want to actually go through with the attack here until we have detracted from all the attackers here. You're just in time. Good. You can help me finish my kill 5 Numidians ambition. Kill you, kill whoever else is out here. Start taking up Fluffy's side of the map. Or I suppose just the middle. And are you there? Whoa, big rejuvenation. And camels. Sandstorm kind of sucks, but okay. Oh, near Jer1. I hope we didn't take too much damage on our forces. That could actually be really bad for us. Consort to Zoroastro. I do not want unleashed a hunt for heretics. My lord, the prince has been summoned in the wake of the sandstorm. Once promised that deference to the gods was the only way to save Assyria, and so deference was given. And yet, the sign of divine protection appears elusive. If the gods are angry, no, I am not appeasing the gods. You can stay slighted, dude. You are the head of the Assyrian paganism. That's gonna really piss these guys off. Oh, it's so loud. If I do this, it pisses... well, it actually makes them a little happier. Because it makes him a little happier? Yikes. Alright, I guess we're hunting for pagans. And this brutalized us. Oh my god, we've been so unlucky in our expansion in the south here. This sandstorm is a disaster. So let's go ahead and kill with the slinger. I don't care about the Numidians. I'd rather just take the resources. Yeah, I'll take the resources. Move you in. Did the sandstorm reduce my movement? Oh, this... You son of a bitch. Grotesque. But to survive, we have to force march. So I'm going to force march here. I am going to found another cleric city here. It's on the back line. Put another monastery down in here. Get some more science. Come in here. Smack to kill. Or smack to hit with the big crit. And I'll take Highlander because we're in the hills. And we're going to be fighting in hills for a while. So all that's good. Both of you together will kill this slinger. So that is a retreat and a heal. We push out here to kill next turn. And if I come here, that's 1 damage, 1 damage. Okay, so that's enough to kind of save us a little bit. So now we heal, and we push out as soon as we can. New city, new worker. Okay. This disciple can come down here and heal. We'll start building our another monastery next turn. Get another 4 science. Lazy workers. You guys can get me more mines. And you can heal. Yeah, I would move you, but we got a couple of turns before we break through this and even see the site, so don't need to worry about that immediately. Production-wise, back in the capital, we want to keep focusing on science where we can, but we kind of have all the good science that we can get. Spending 4 years to get 1 science more isn't really the best. Master Monk wouldn't be the worst, helps us get up more civics per culture level, but I'm not particularly enticed. So what can you do here? I guess it would be nice to have access to more of this sea, in case we want to send units down this way. Or send units out this way. So expanding along here wouldn't be the worst. And down here wouldn't be the worst. So I guess we can grab a miner. That gets us iron, that gets us training, that gets us science. Not terrible. Slowly try to claim all of this. Although I don't know if it'll jump and connect all of this because of this stupid mountain. And not to mention the war's going this way, so yeah. Not the miner. We'll grab the farmer. And we'll extend along this way. Grab all of this coastal line, so that way if we turn this into more of a production hub, this gets sent out this way, connects on the roads, on the rivers, and then we build roads all the way out to Fluffy. Yeah, that's the plan. In this city. Speaking of which, let's take some time to rename our cities, so I don't just keep referring them as this city, that city. Alright, there we go. So, production-wise, in Tribal Bane. More units. Give me another Axeman. So let's talk about ranged units. We have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess if you count the Onager. Speaking of which, I think we can afford another one, so let's grab another Onager. 2 will be more than enough. With a very solid front line, some additional cav to back it up and defend. Sounds good. Sounds good. And are you there? More rejuvenation. Oh, marble. Cool. Wonder where that is. News arrives. Fluffy Bunny is dead. Now we got Tactician. Okay. Okay. A Tactician, huh? Not a very good Tactician either. 49-year-old Tactician? Yikes. Only a 2 out of 10? Poor Bunny. He's now at peace with the Scythians and war with the Numidians. Okay. So we're both at peace with the Scythians. That's interesting. So that's really going to come down... That's actually super interesting. So that's really going to come down to who can maintain their peace with the Scythians for the longest. Because whoever breaks peace first is going to deal with a whole bunch of raids. Oh, gods. Well, I think the Scythians are taking our religion. They haven't converted yet, but they are already in one site. Where did I see that? Yeah, right here. We're in that site. So maybe if we can make them ours, that puts us in a better position to be able to potentially hold on. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Dire warning. Numbers are not enough. Tactics student. You're a bold tactics student. I want to keep you in tactics school. A dire warning. Message arrives, prompting mutters and shock and fear at the court. The esoteric scholar claims to have seen portents of immortal danger. That's tough. I'm gonna roll the dice on it though. Stay in tactics school. She's already a 3 courage. That's too powerful to pass up. 2 damage, 2 damage, 1 damage. You'll actually survive again, all on your own. Let's finish the kill here. Let's do another round of healing. We want to make sure that we're getting our monastery in here. I'll hold off on this turn because I don't have another disciple to come in here and spread it and build the monastery anyways. So hold off there for 1 turn. Snag a quick kill here. Keep the healing going. And we'll push out next turn. Looks good. Have a settler move a settler. I'd love to get the city down, but it'll have to wait till next turn. We'll make sure that we're just grabbing all this good stuff. I guess up here. It doesn't really matter. Anywhere's fine. 4 lazy workers. Let's go ahead and grab this marble. You hang out. You heal. You keep coming. Let's check out our scouting opportunities here. This is a nice hill to grab. Not seeing anything too interesting out of Fluffy here. If he's made peace with the Scythians, then he's left these city sites alone. Keep rotating down our cav and our axemen. Whole idea is to, again, get them out towards the front lines here. Maybe snipe a city off of Fluffy. And production in Growth Haven. Well, we can certainly get more growth. Would be nice to spread the religion out to all the cities, get up additional monasteries for extra science. So an extra Zoroastrian disciple doesn't sound bad. And are you there? Phalanx is here. Okay. And the gods are good. Battle Line will be online in 11 years. Fantastic. So now my immediate concern is iron. 11 years for all the iron that we need. Where are my lazy workers? Oh, have a settler move a settler. Let's not waste the orders. Here will be fine. Are we founding yet another cleric city? Are we going to be greedy for science and keep everybody else angry with us? Seems unwise. Let's see if we can make somebody a little less angry with us. Will this get us under 100? It will. Very nice. Another champion city. Not that we really need more military production, but we definitely don't want them angry at us because, well, I guess actually we have a solution if they spawn units against us. We don't have a solution if Hunters does, but there's only 1 Hunter city, so it'll be easy enough to defend against. You don't have a home yet. You can hang out. You can hang out. You are damaged. Come here, heal. Actually, if you idle, you'll just heal all on your own, so don't worry about that. But we'll start the bonketing. If we push out here, we can likely clinch a kill. We can. Here and here. Heal here. One unit alone won't kill this unit, but I don't want to risk it. It's been good to me. And spread the rest of our orders, continuing the hike on down south. Moving the siege. Moving the axes. Really getting a lot of mobility out of these units now. We are still considered stronger to Egypt. And with Battle Line, because we've only seen idiots out of his troops so far. And for the uninitiated, again, idiots means just warriors and slingers. So if that's all he's got, that's really good news for us. They seem very well trained up, but even if they get to spearmen or axemen, we will have full anti-infantry on our macemen, which is going to be an additional 25% against their infantry units. So basically everything he has, from recruiting units from barb camps or building his own, only his unique unit will be able to save him. He has 5 laws active, so he's closing in on 7, which is actually a little daunting. His 7 strength unit will be very good against us. So perhaps instead of charging down to cohorts, we charge into infantry square. So cohorts is going to take scholarship, architecture, land consolidation, metaphysics, all of which is good science. But infantry square is going to get us through composite bow, professional army, bodkin arrow, and infantry square, which actually is much more rounded out as far as a military fighting force is concerned. So perhaps we do that, and I'm pretty sure that this, we still need Battle Line to get to infantry square, so we haven't wasted any tech, and this is still good for mid-game war before he has his 7 laws and all his units trained. And again, we haven't seen any. So where is his strong city? It's just Waset. Garrison, he's got at least a barracks. Maybe we should come back and check out this city a little bit more. Make sure we know what we're getting ourselves into. But even after he gets 7 laws, he still needs to flip the law on. And he is merely a tactician, and not a very good one at that. Production-wise, Master Monk certainly doesn't suck. We have a plethora of civics. Our economy is doing phenomenal. I say we keep up the Zoroastrian disciples and keep spreading the religion around. That's extra orders for us every turn. Grant authority, so she becomes the governor. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to make somebody at least a little bit more happy with us. Or becomes estranged. Yeah, I see no issue with that. Production-wise at Hunter's Bounty, I'll grab another apprentice officer. That's extra science, extra training. All towards our goals. Ender, you're there. Okay, rejuvenation, Assyrian paganism, Zoroastrianism, angry to upset. Good, that's helping. It's all helping. Staying under 100 is huge, and we are finally doomed. Okay. Ooh, okay, get a free Magus. That's going to be super useful. Don't hate that. Finally somebody to tutor the kids. And, or just extra gold. Well, I'm dead, so that doesn't matter. So let's take the Magus and the civics. Oh, there she is. Yeah, just needed to load. Okay. Yep. Let's go ahead and tutor the heir, or the soon-to-be heir. Oh, wow. Does this guy have Highlander? He does. Okay, so up here for Highlander damage. Fantastic. You next for Steadfast. You do enough. Good. And then we can't quite get a kill here, so I'll just grab a heal. Move you here next turn to, I guess, get another 2 damage, which isn't a lot, but it's something. Where are my lazy workers? You'll be needed sooner rather than later. Grab a heal. Keep up the mining operation. Very important if we want to upgrade all of these units. The mining operation. And while the migration is super important... Whoa, 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 whoa. Battle line. All that fanciness that we just did, that's very cute, but we want to focus on getting actually battle line up. Alright, so we're doomed, which means that you are going to be quite vulnerable soon. So where's a good tree to plant you in? I'd love to be able to get back into his territory, but there are no trees here. We can start creeping our way up this way, but there's not a lot of tree cover that we'll be able to find, so hopefully you survive here. We are at war with these Numidians, but so is Fluffy. Right? They're still at war? Yeah, everyone's at war with the Numidians. We're doomed. We'll have to wait to see how the... Ooh, okay, actually, the AR is going to do really good at playing nice with the Oligarch here, so that'll help level that out. Zealot, Scholar, both are fine. Tough, Romantic, Compassionate, and Impious. Is anybody cruel that I have to worry about? Educated and Bitter, Educated, Deceitful, Bold, and Spoiled. We should be okay there. You're going to be promising. But, oh man, our our production of training is going to skyrocket. This is going to become our heir, which is going to contribute a whole bunch to us. This is going to contribute... we're going to take a swing from -5 to +3. So our training is going to explode. We're going to be able to massively ramp up all of our tribal forces, which is excellent. Oh, and we have the fancy war elephant. That's so fun. All right. This is actually super good. I'm so happy that this is all ocean here and ocean here. That means this might be the last site that we have to eliminate before we detract from all of our distractions, and then we can keep pushing out west. The north is taken care of by peace. Eliminating distractions and expanding. Managing to keep up with Bunny. I'll take one more disciple. We have things we can upgrade. Theologies to get online eventually, too. Keep rotating down our troops and end our year. Trees in the lake. Zoroastrianism. Pleased to friendly. Good to know. Keep that north safe. We're looking at who now? This is the third in line, the Philo student. I don't really know what's going to happen to you, but I'll take the flat stat. A schemer or a zealot. We will... I mean, the schemer here is actually pretty good because it's going to make up for some of our science losses, but I think the zealot is just a lot more important. Just really lean into our military strength here for a mid-game push. Because again, Fluffy is at 5 laws active, but until that turns over into 6, I'm not too worried about it. Take another husband. Why? It gives us an opinion boost with the clerics if we do. We get a whole bunch of flat training or flat gold. I'm still doomed, so I don't need to be endeared. So let's just set the next people up for success and again lean into the training. So yeah, we're going to massively increase the power of our barbarian horde. Clinch the kill here. When this raid's in, it won't be doing too much damage. That's fine. Oof, we're going to be 3v1 shortly. We might not have enough to do this. Oh no. Oh god. Alright. We're going to be losing close to 18 science. Close to a third of our science. So this will probably go up to 13 turns. Yikes. I think we have to retreat. I don't feel like losing any units. Yeah, we'll heal up and let these guys come to us a little. Who are my lazy workers? You can just hang out. You. Any other good mines? There's plenty. Keep the mine game coming. Let's take some time to upgrade these existing cavalry and cavalry archers. That's already fully upgraded. Immediately burn through that 800 training, but that feels really good. Elite, elite. Could use another upgrade. Elite, elite. So we only need one more upgrade on our cavalry, which is huge. Big power boost over on our side. We're going to come here. 1, 2, 3. We might... So let's see. It's going to take us a little bit more than 4 to get here. So what if I go here? We're at war with the Vandals. If even one of these units exist... Yeah, can't risk it. Keep the scout nice and safe. Just stay right there, buddy. Time to start bringing down these ranged units. Get them upgraded as well. Very good. Things are looking good. End our year. Alright, governor's died in office. The princess is now the head. Pleased to friendly. Legacies. 5 developing cities and kill 5 Numidians. Well, the Numidians one is going to happen all on its own. End of an era. And turning over a new leaf. That's not an unreasonable amount of food. Although, holy economy. Woof. We really need to find a way to deal with that. Okay. Can't sacrifice straight gold. This isn't unreasonable. We don't really need the food anytime soon. So, how is our opinion with them? Ooh. Yeah. That's worth the expenditure. That's how much we need. Oh, only 5? Done. Yeah. I thought we'd have better relations because, you know, we're both of the same archetype, but I guess not. Zoro likes us more, but I'm not strict. Zoro likes us more, but we gain dissent. Cruel, foolish, or intelligent. I don't care what happens to the U. I don't really plan on doing anything with you. So, that's fine. Choose a new governor. Okay, so we got a big hole to dig ourselves out of here, so I think the most gold we can get is probably the best. Limit our exposure on our economy deficit. We officially need help up here. So let's come back and heal. We don't want to lose any units. Alright, they've come out. So we can come in. We got enough to clinch the kill here. That again makes it a 4v2, which is a lot more tenable. And we now are producing 200 training a turn, which is going to be massive. Yep, jumped up to 13 turns. Yikes. So who are our workers? You need to hang out. You need to get me a mine. Another mine. Another mine. And the year there. Rejuvenation. Tutors led to an event. Duchess has converted. My king is severely ill. Alright, and ruthless. Well, actually, the king dying gives us a good opportunity to potentially marry into a new family to help out one of these relations. Okay, so this is our direct heir? No, now that I'm the queen, my daughter becomes the direct heir. So we can either grab a whole bunch of civics, which is huge, because once you go over this amount, I believe it converts into science, which we kind of need. This also helps us with our economy issue, but we can build monasteries for that. And this helps us out with science. This is kind of just an all-around very nice science gain. It's going to take out a lot of her training, which is really too bad because she's a powerhouse in training. But I think we can survive without it. And just lean into a little bit more science. Sounds pretty good. Attack here, move in, finish the kill. Looks good. Do we full court press here? Well, let's see what that looks like. You have Highlander, so that's 8 damage. Oh, that's just a crit. 4 damage here, so we should be able to finish next turn. Can't finish this turn. Probably best to play it safe then. Only take the swings that we absolutely need. His return fire won't be able to kill anybody, so we'll be able to take this very next turn. Are you in range? You are not. Let's move you a little closer. Okay. Events. Philo student. I say we take a couple of zealots. No reason not to grab zealots here. But with all these guys being clerics, we need to produce at least enough good cleric units for them to be on top of. Oh, but they're also part Scythian. Fantastic. Alright, so these guys will be on top of our Scythian units. Stockpile this. Sounds like a great ambition to do. Kill 10 military units. Also seems likely, but this will be very quick. That'll be right next turn. Lovely. Who's my lazy workers? Alright. Need you to build monasteries, because monasteries are 20 gold apiece. But that means I need somebody else to chop wood, because you guys can't chop wood on your own. So I guess let's wait here. And wait here. Turning back to our units. Elite, elite, just a warlord. Upgrade to elite. Taking a peek over at our skirmishers. Elite skirmishers certainly won't hurt. Keep rotating them in. So we're doing that and focusing on the skirmishers. I mean, they're not fantastic, but they're at least 4 damage. And that's good because we don't really have access to a lot of other range. We have our siege units. We can certainly build slingers. And after Battle Line, composite bow will be on the way. But for the next fight, for this fight, we want to make sure that we have what we need. Production-wise, I say we get salt. We need to kind of keep leaning into whatever gold resources we can get until this levels out. Same could be said for up here in the north, so we'll go ahead and grab treasury. Ender, you're there.